Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Thursday morning. Hope you're well. Hope you're looking after yourself on this semi-okay looking day. Got a interesting video around potentially Chelsea hijacking Spurs' potential move for final striker Santiago Giménez. We'll talk a little bit about that, as well as an update around Spurs' interest in Sebastian Cáceres, the CF America defender. So plenty to get into. Just for a start, if you're new, hit me with subscribe. Be very much appreciated. And we're going to jump in. And this first one came from Team Talk, and this is on the Santiago Giménez situation. So quick backstory: Spurs have been really interested in Santiago since, I'd say, probably the summertime. Really, we're scouting him a lot, still scouting him now even, and we've had conflicting reports about how much he may cost. Is it going to be 40, 50, 60 million euros, something like that? People seem to reckon you can get him for about 45 million euros. Well, Team Talk have chimed in here, and they've said that Mauricio Pochettino is pushing for Chelsea to hijack Tottenham's move for final striker Santiago Giménez, who's also wanted by Arsenal, West Ham and Fulham. They said in their article it's 40 million euros. I expect him to cost more than that. And if Feyenoord know that you've got 5 London teams in for him, they'll ask for even more than 40 million euros because they know they'll get it. I've said this all along. If you don't get Santiago Giménez now, you're probably not going to get him. He's probably going to cost too much. He's probably going to end up gathering up and garnering more interest from other big teams. And if you've got if you play a game of percentages, if there's more teams within this race, you're less likely to win it. Simple as that. The fact that Chelsea do need a striker, and I know Nicholas Jackson scored that hat-trick. He scored a hat-trick against us, against 9 men. It took him 98 minutes to get there. We're down to 10 men for 80-odd minutes. It's not a blowing away of a hat-trick, let's say that. On the fact they still need a striker, This is, I think this might be the evidence that they're not going to be able to get Osimhen from Napoli. Although I did see some weird reports that we were linked with him, and I was like, yeah, if we could spend 3 transfer windows worth of budget, we might get him. It's not happening. We're not interested in Victor Osimhen whatsoever. It's not happening. But on Santiago Giménez, look, he has interest. We know even Real Madrid have been interested in Santiago Giménez. So it isn't a shock. What is worrying is that, this is a guy that we have got serious interest in, and we're going to be basically pipped potentially by Chelsea to him. Chelsea, with their unending bag of money and no issues of financial fair play ever, it seems, they'll get who they want when they want. It could be one of those that we're going to see this guy come to the Premier League and he's going to tear it up. It's going to be horrible to see. If he comes in and flops, well, it's not good for him, obviously, but a little bit better for us, I guess. I still think Spurs are in there. I still think Spurs will keep tabs. I still think Spurs will want to know more about what's going on with the deal. Because I think Jimenez will probably look at it and go, okay, Son's tearing it up. That's fine. It's probably a good thing to learn off Son maybe for the first few months, going into maybe next season. It'll be a really good thing that, you can learn off Son. Next season, you can start to maybe take the number 9 shirt for yourself. But Son, he's not young. And, this is what top teams do. They start to plan for the future, start to plan for the succession plan. And will it be Alejo Veliz? Hopefully. I would love it to be, Excuse me. I love the physical aspect of him. I like the fact that he's quite tall, he's quite quick, he's quite athletic. He looks like a proper player. But I've seen 30 minutes of him probably or something like that, So it would be nice if hopefully we can start to see a little bit more from Alejo Veliz, because Lord knows we need to start seeing something. Because and it's not on him, by the way. This isn't a dig at him. We actually have to see what we have there, because it's great we've got Son, but every time Son gets subbed off, they're bringing on anyone but Veliz basically. So I want to see him, but potentially missing out on a big name target for ourselves is quite a worry, if I'm honest. Let's talk Cceres, and this came from Ekrem Kanoib, that Tottenham scouts have watched Sebastian Cáceres, the 24-year-old Uruguayan player of Club America, during the match against Tigres. I probably murdered that, and someone's going to correct me. So happily would like you to as well. It still says, that we are very interested. I mean, look, he's a Uruguayan international. I think you've got a certain Uruguayan midfielder in the squad that might be able to tell you a little bit about him himself. Which, by the way, can I just say, Bentancur, unreal in the international break. He was fantastic, and the Uruguayan manager is going to bug me because he's the former Leeds manager, Bielsa. That's it. He was saying it's not often you can see a midfielder play a holding midfield role, box-to-box midfield role, an attacking midfield role, but he can do it. And, Bielsa ball is a thing apparently. So yeah, I mean, look, we're still in for Cceres. I think we're still. I think we will get him. To be honest, he's 24. He's a couple of years, 2 or 3 years away from really hitting his prime. He's not going to be expensive, and that's why I think when you think of Koki Machida, I talked about the video the other day about the Japanese defender, and you've got obviously Sebastian Cáceres. You look at between them, it'd cost 8 to 10 million maybe. They're not. This is where I think Spurs fans struggle a little bit. They're not massive signings. They're not costing 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 million. But when I was had in the comment section, I said, well, if you look at Koki, yes, he plays a bit centre back. He plays a bit of left back if necessary. He gives you Davies' role, and that's the way I look at it. If you bring him in, it gives you opportunity to move on from Davies. And it should be a rotational door. When players' form and ability starts to dip, which Davies is doing, it's on the way down, you move them out the door before it's too late that you can't move them out the door. That's what big teams do. If you look at a Cceres, maybe you move Dyer on and go, look, we're bringing in Cceres now. That'll be the guy that we're going to replace Dyer with for the next 6 months. It's not the sexiest of deals. Neither of them are the sexiest of deals, but can they be effective deals? I believe so. And that's why I think that's where Spurs will be at. Potentially. Not sure. But I'm glad we're still scouting him. That's the important thing. We're glad we're still scouting him. We're glad we're still taking our time. Because we've still obviously got, 5 weeks to the January transfer window. There's no need to make a decision now. It'll still take a few more weeks. There's no rush. You can't do any deals anyway for 5 weeks. There's no rush. Anyway, guys, let's end the video. Hope you did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video if you did. Hit me in the comment section below. Are you worried about the Chelsea interest in Santiago Giménez? Are you happy that we're still scouting, obviously, Cceres? Let me know below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, let's end the video. I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.